Okay, everybody, welcome back to the DGS 2605 channel. We're back with our MLB Power Pros repeat season mode with your undefeated world champion Toronto Blue Jays. So, last time out, textbook 8-1 win against the Boston Red Sox to open up this 3-game stand against them. Guthrie, 8 innings, 1 run allowed. Garrett Gagne somehow had a 1-2-3 inning. Rich Aurelio with a grand slam. Excellent. Our batting was 8 for 13. It wasn't the craziest offensive explosion we've ever had. We came through when it mattered the most. So, a 10:05 p.m. start date. That is absurd. That game would go past midnight if that happened in real life. Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? Okay, anyways, enough about that. On the mound, Scotty Olsen. Apparently not in the best of condition, but after his last game, he's got some high expectations, but what do we want more? We want the win. We got to execute the plan well. We got to be a little more patient. I think that's kind of what did us in. I think we had an easy time with Boston in the last series because we got their pitching tired. They just had no guys, kept feeding them to us. Going up against Santana here, JD Drew, Polanco, and Velez looking very motivated. Berkman's looking motivated after a sac fly in the last game. Let's get into the game here. Okay, Blue Jays. Let's play ball. Gonna get in the game right here, right now. A couple double-digit scores. I think the first 3 games had at least one team scoring 10 runs each. So in real life, actually, yesterday, this is how late it is for me. 10:05 p.m. and it's not pitch black. Whatever. Dome's open again. Wind's gonna start off a factor of 1 heading northwest. Let's check Olsen's slider. Doesn't have a lot of movement. Location was fine. The changeup, kind of the opposite, and the fastball. Seems all right. Okay, Jamie Carroll. So let's see what we got here. Strike 1 on the fastball, nothing in 1. Got him swinging at that changeup, nothing in 2. Puts that in play. Durham makes the catch, 1 away. Here's JD Drew. Strike 1 perfectly on that lower right corner. Nothing in 1. Hits that over to Lowell. Bit of a high hopper, but we'll get them there in plenty of time. 2 away. Here's David Wright. Pushes that hard. Rios makes the catch. So that was quick work for Scott Olsen. They go 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming up for your Toronto Blue Jays. Rich Aurelio leading off. Santana, ERA exactly of 9. Rich Aurelio, how has he been playing recently? He's been playing like dynamite. Quick 0-2 count, though, against him. Santana is a right-handed pitcher. Here's the 0-2. Just inside with that fastball, 1 and 2. Had him reaching for that one outside. Velez over to first. 1 away. So went 4 for 4 in the last game. They finally figured out a way to get him out. Here's Durham, 452, 6 homers, 24 RBIs. When his moved directly north, factor of 1. Not the biggest factor here. Breaking pitch in the dirt. 1-1, 1-0. Durham swung on that 1-0 pitch. That's going to be the first base hit of the game. Single left field. Runner on first. 1 away. Here's Berkman. Just inside with that fastball, 1-0. And he smoked that low pitch. That one's going. Will it have enough to get over? Yes, it does. Absolute laser. Quick 2-0 start for the Jays. Berkman, RBI 50 as he comes across the plate. 22nd home run on the season. 7 feet shy of 400. That's going to be 2-0 Blue Jays. Here's Rios, 418 average, 13 homers, 37 RBIs. High fastball, strike 1. Curveball in the dirt, 1-1. He pushes that over. That'll go for a base hit through first and second. 3 straight hits for the Jays. Here's Braun. Went hitless and... Oh, no, he got 1 at the end. Really swung through that change up there. Nothing in 1. Way high fastball, 1-1. It didn't even get the greatest base hit. It was off the second baseman's glove. It's 2-1. He's looking to redeem himself in this game. A mistake, dead center. Goodbye, baseball. Yeah, no, almost 500 feet there. A mistake at the wrong time. There goes the quality start before Santana even registers 2 outs. Number 32, tribute to Roy Halladay. Home run on the season for Ryan Braun. 4-0 Jays. That was just wrong pitch at the wrong time to the wrong batter. That thing hit the video board out there, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Here's Lowell. If we weren't in a dome and there wasn't a big video board in the way, that probably could have made it all the way to Ottawa. Strike 1. Mike Lowell, he went hitless in the game yesterday, so see if he can redeem himself here. Quick 0-2 count. Another mistake. Lowell's going to go for the center-left gap. That's going to be a base hit. That'll be extra bases. Murphy starts to relay. No point. Mike Lowell with the base hit. That is what? 5 consecutive hits for the Jays. Here's Scott. As a left-hander, we'll give him a power swing here. Curveball a little too low. 1-1. Puts that hard to the third baseman. Where are they going with it? They're going to second. Why not? They can just run him out. So they get the out, but Scott will get to first base. 2 outs. 1 man on first. Here's PLD. Still no home runs on the season. Only 4 RBIs. Quick 1-0 count. And despite the fact he got an out and he's in a favorable position, Santana's like, he's acting like he just gave up another home run. Quick 2-0 count. Curveball in the zone, 2-1. That's it off the end of the bat. Velez over to first. Battle in the inning. So that's 4 for 5 for us in the bottom of the first. Top of the second now. 4, 5, 6 per the Boston lineup. Here's Konerko. Strike 1 on the fastball. 0-1. He smokes that one. That's going to the outfield. It will stay in the park. A scorcher off the wall. So, perfect through 1 inning this time, hey. It's a leadoff double for the Red Sox. Here's Placido Polanco. Strike 1. Pulled the slider. Pulled it right where we needed it. I didn't mean to throw to second. Over to first. Fielder's choice. That was a bad mistake. That's not what we needed. Here's Snyder. Strike 1 on the fastball. Got away. Just went foul. That could have been bad. We got lucky there. Got away from him again. Struck him out. Bad times to have some mistakes, but the double play is in effect now. Here's Murphy. Strike 1 on the slider. Right to second. Aurelia. Durham. To first. Double play. Just how we drew it up. Olsen gets out of the jam there. They're 0 for 1. We're 4 for 5. Bottom of the second. Bottom of the lineup leading off. Grandy in the 9th spot. It'll be the second inning. Already second trip through the lineup. So the key of this game, let's be patient. No need to get into a rush. Let's get those runs on the board. Strike 1 on the fastball. 1-1. Fastball too low. 2-1. Hits that hard. Third baseman David Wright makes the dive. It's going to be over to first. It will be close. Just beat it out. Infield hit for Curtis Granderson. Leadoff single. Here's really up now. Pulls that first pitch he sees. That's going to left field. And with Grandy's speed, we know he's going to get to third easily. 2 straight hits for the Jays. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Here's Durham. Takes a high fastball. Strike 1. Hits another high fastball there. We'll keep him at third in case it doesn't go. We're at the wall. Off the wall. So an RBI will come in to score. RBI single for Durham. Here's Berkman now. Already has a home run in the game. Hits the fastball. Will it stay fair? 3-run shot. Lance Berkman. 2 straight home runs. 5 RBIs now in the game. His 23rd home run of the season. And he smacked that thing. It's now what? 8-0. We just matched our score from the last game in 2 innings. Santana's coming out. Got, pitched an inning. Allowed 8 runs. Very good. Here's Bulger. ERA of 8. Strike one on the slider, nothing in one. It is batting practice, but I feel like we got to stick to that strategy. Get these pitchers tired. Quick 0-2 count to Rios. He pulls that one. That's going over to Velez at short. One away. Here's Braun, 1 for 1 with his 2-run shot. 64 RBIs on the year, 32 home runs. So it's like he hits home runs. He gets 2 runs across the plate every time. Fastball was too low, 1-1. He's got some heat on this compared to Santana. That was an inside weird moving pitch there. Here's the quick 1-2 now. Hits the fastball, hit it over at Polanco, 2 away. Here's Lowell. 1 for 1 with a double, and why not? We'll let him power swing here. Hits the first pitch he sees, smoked it to left. Will it stay in the park? Just made it over. Cannot scrape the wall any closer than that. Another home run for the Jays. Mike Lowell, his 14th home run on the year, makes it 9-0. And this is how you come after a 0 for 4 game. He's got a double and a home run looking for the cycle. Here's Scott now. Against the right-handed pitcher, we'll take our time. High inside fastball, 1-0. Changeup miss, 2-0. 50-50 call went the pitcher's way, 2-1. Changeup in the zone, 2-2. Hits that down the line, just stayed fair. David Wright has to make a deep throw. It will get Scott by about a step. I'm surprised that was called fair. That kind of looked like it was going foul. Oh no, it made it past the base. What am I saying? Yeah, just by a step they got him. But 5 runs for us in the bottom of the second. We're 9 for 10. They are 0 for 1. 8-9-1 part of the Boston lineup in the top of the third. Here's Velez. He's feeling motivated. Strike one, 50-50 call. Tried reaching for that 4-seam, 1-1. That's past the pitcher. That's past both pitcher and shortstop. That'll be their second base hit, a leadoff single. Here's Great Carroll. Strike one on the 4-seamer. Here's a left-hander. These are the kind of guys we got to really choose our pitches well against. And this is exactly what we needed. A tag out, throw out. There we go. 2 away. Excellent. Here's Jamie Carroll. 0 for 1 with the line out. Second trip through the lineup. It's the first pitch he sees. That'll go for a base hit. That's their 3rd hit of the game. Runner on first. 2 away. Jamie Drew. Strike one on the 4-seamer. Swung at that curve. Excuse me, change up. Missed it. Line that slider. Line to foul. He hits that fastball. That's going to be just going foul. He's in the mood to swing. We'll give him something you shouldn't swing at. Foul again. This guy's just not going to quit. That one gets away from LaDuca. The runner will get to second. That is not what we needed there. That's hit softly over to Lowell. Over to first. Didn't end up mattering anyway. J.D. Drew made that a tough third out to get, but we got there. Red Sox are 0 for 3. We're 9 for 10. Bottom of the third. 8-9-1 part of our lineup. So we will be getting already to the 3rd trip through the lineup in the 3rd inning. Count is 1-0. Mistake gets to him, but LaDuca hits it right at Velez. Over to first. 1 away. We didn't see a lot of mistakes in the last game, so it's going to catch us off guard here. Here's Grandy. Hits the first pitch he sees to Polanco. Over to first. 2 away. Okay, that's not what we needed. All right, remember, let's be patient. Here's Aurelia. 1 for 2. Strike one in the zone. Nothing in one. Hits that over. That's at Polanco to first. 3 straight ground outs for the Jays. So we went 3 up and 3 down. But hey, look at all the runs we got, right? Heading to the top of the 4th now. It's the heart of the Red Sox lineup. Here's David Wright. Strike one. Perfect fastball. That was nowhere near where I wanted it, but we'll take it. We'll take that slider too. Here's the 0-2 now. Just went low on that changeup. Here's the 1-2 now. Low again. Here's the 2-2. Hits that to center. Grandy's there. 1 away. Here's Paul Konerko. 1 for 1 for the double. Hits the first pitch he sees. Fouled it back. 0-1. Wind has moved northwest. Still a factor of 1. Pretty negligible. Swung through the changeup. 0-2. Hits that over. I thought he might have to jump for that, but he didn't. 2 away. Placido Polanco, the fielder's choice last time up. Let's make sure that's the only time he reaches base today. Quick 0-1 count. He pulled it deeply. And fouled past the third baseline. Here's the 0-2 now. He hits that over to the outfield. That's past Scott. That's going to be extra bases. That's not what we need. Grandy's going to be the one to relay it. And a 2-out double for Placido Polanco. Here's Snyder. Strike 1 on the fastball. Hits that to Durham. Over to first. Bit of an errant throw, but Berkman makes the recovery. So the Red Sox got another hit. They're 0 for 4. We're 9 for 10. Bottom of the 4th. 2-3-4 part of the Jays lineup. Here's Durham. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. That sounds like a nice night. 2 singles. Anyways, change up for strike 1. Change up in the dirt. 1-1. Fastball high and out. 2-1. Missed again. 3-1. We'll wait on it in case, but I doubt it. He is tired. It's going to be a payoff pitch to Ray Durham. Let him have something here. Smokes that to center or left. It's going. It's going. It's going. It will stay in the park, but we're going to send him running to second anyway. Ray Durham with a hustle double to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Here's Berkman now. 2 home runs in the game. 5 RBIs. Fastball low. Fastball in the zone. Count is even at 1. He pushes that over to left. Will it make it? Oh, of course it will. A hat trick of home runs for Lance Berkman. His 24th on the year after that. Another 2-run shot. 7 RBIs for him now today. Just over 400 feet. 11-0. We just keep piling it on. We're not done yet. We're nowhere near done. This is only their 2nd pitcher. Let's see if they keep him in. They're going to take him out. Air raid didn't balloon that much, so he didn't do the worst. Here's Boyer. ERA of 12.4. Now facing Rios. First pitch Rios sees is pulled. David Wright over to first. 1 away. Okay, right? Remember, patience. Here's Braun. 1 for 2. Has a home run of his own. Low fastball. Strike 1. Change up in the dirt. 1-1. Hits that down the line. Went foul. 1-2 count. A mistake. That one's going to right field. Caught by J.D. Drew. Made the running catch. 2 outs. Here's Lowell. 2 for 2. Looking for a cycle. Let's see if we can get him something here. First pitch he sees. Goodbye, baseball. 2nd home run of the day for Lowell. Solo shot. 15th home run on the season. 12-0 for Toronto. Goodness gracious. Here's Luke Scott. 0 for 2 in the game, so he's got to get himself a base hit before it's batting practice for him. Fastball inside, 1-0. He pulled that one slightly over to Polanco to first. That'll end the inning. But more runs come across the plate. We are 12 for 13. Red Sox are 0 for 4. Last 3 batters in their lineup for the 5th inning. Murphy, double play his first time up. He's leading off, so that can't happen here. Strike 1 off a fastball. Got away from Olsen. He swung through that 6-7 miles per hour. Got him looking. That pitch you can't argue with. There's Velez. 3-11, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. That call I can't argue with there. That was a fair call. Pulled that one over to left field. That's going to be a base hit. That's their 5th. Runner on first. 1 away. Here's Carroll. A double play his first time up. You know what we're aiming for. That's pulled. Berkman. 2nd to first. Boom, baby. Excellent defense right there. Red Sox 0 for 5. Jays 12 for 13. 8-9-1, part of the Jays lineup in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Loduca, 0 for 2. He's got to get himself a base hit. Strike one on the changeup. 0-1. High fastball just missed. 1-1. Fastball low. 2-1. Hits that over to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single for Paulo Duca. 1 for 3 now on the game. Here's Grandy. 1 for 2. A single. Fastball in the dirt. 1-0. Hits that hard. That looks like to be a double play. Out at second. Over to first. Will he beat it? No, he won't. Hey. They got a double play, so only fair we equalize in the inning. Just got a bit ahead on that fastball, which is a shame. Here's Aurelia now. 1 for 3. Because we have Durham coming up next. Switch hitter. We'll let him take some pitches here. Strike one. 50-50 call. Hits that pitch. That'll be going for a 2-out single for Rich Aurelia. 2 for 4 now in the game. Here's Durham. Looking for a cycle. He's 3 for 3. Total of 4 bases. Strike one off a fastball. 0-1. Hits that hard over to third base. David Wright to first. That'll end the inning. A couple hits. Nothing came of it. We're 12 for 15. They're 0 for 5, top of the 6th, top of the lineup. This is their 3rd trip through it. Jamie Carroll. Got away from Olsen yet again. Sooner or later, we are playing with fire. It's going to burn us. Swung through the slider, 0-2. Got him swing on 3 pitches. There's J.D. Drew, 0 for 2 with 2 grounders. Hits the first pitch he sees. Past Olsen, he could have made a play on that. J.D. Drew now 1 for 3. David Wright, I don't see him getting a double play. Strike one on the slider. He pushes that one. Rios, running catch, excellent defense, 2 away. Here's Cornerco. Strike one on the changeup. Fouled out off that fastball there. Just inside with that one, 1-2. Pulls that. Lowell over to first. Red Sox go down yet again. Wasn't a double play this time. They are 0 for 6. We're 12 for 15. Heart of the Jays lineup in the bottom of the 6th coming up. Here's Berkman. Why not? Curve, 50-50 pitch to not go our way. 0-1. Boyer's tired. High fastball missed. 1-1. Change up inside. 2-1. 3-1. This is the gimme. Took that pitch. Payoff pitch to Berkman now. Nobody on, nobody out. Jays up by a dozen. Just under it. It's going out to center field. Velez will catch that one away. They finally managed to get Berkman out. There's Rios, 1 for 3 with a single. In this situation, you know what we're waiting on. First pitch he swung at goes to center. Murphy, 2 away. That's why you don't get greedy, kids. Here's Braun, 1 for 3, has a home run already in the game. Let's learn our lesson. Fastball missed, 1-0. Goodbye, baseball. So Braun hit his first one, 485 feet, 442 that time. Second home run of the game, 33rd home run on the season, RBI 65 on the season as he comes across the plate. Lucky number 13, a 0 for your Toronto Blue Jays. See, we made a count there. They're going to take Boyer out. Lowell, 3 for 3, 2 home runs of his own. Here's Joel Zumaya, and I remember him blowing that opportunity when either the game, yeah, it was one, that's Durham's grand slam. I just remembered that. That one gets away from him. He's a flamethrower, but got to teach him some control before he kills somebody. Just inside with that fastball, 2-1. Lowell smacks that one. That's going to left field. Will it have enough on it? It will stay in the park. Carroll will be fielding it. That's his 4th hit. He is 4 for 4. Second double of the game. Here's Luke Scott. Hits that curve. Hit it foul. Gave that a good ride, though. 0-1. I'm expecting some blazing heat here. It wasn't that. That's grounded to third. They tag out Lowell. That'll be the inning. So Braun got a solo shot, puts another run on the board. We're 13 for 17, top of the 7th. 5, 6, 7. Part of the Red Sox lineup. Polanco 1 for 2 with a double. Strike one, 50-50 call. Went our way. Ooh, just missed that slider. Nothing in 2. He pulls that. That's going to the outfield. That'll be extra bases. He is running quick today. Grandy relays it. Leadoff double. Here's Snyder. Strike one on the fastball. Missed that. Nothing in 2. That's going to fall for a base hit. There goes the shutout. Fair ball. So 2 straight hits. The Red Sox finally get one across on Olsen. Only took till the 7th inning. He's getting tired. Strike one on the fastball. Another fastball. Just didn't swing for some reason. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. There we go. Velez 2 for 2. Strike one on the fastball. That one gets way away from him. 1-1. Missed that. Here's the 1-2. Got him swinging. Here's Carroll. 2 double plays. That can't happen here. Got away from Olsen. It's a bouncer. Over to first. There we go. That's the end of the inning. So they got 2 hits. They got 1 run across. We'll have to think about what Olsen's going to do in the next inning, if we take him out or not. Let's have some good luck water. Okay, what else to say but our batting, especially early on, really came through. 13 for 17, opposed to 1 for 8 is a lucky number. Some people have that superstition. Sometimes it's unlucky. I think only one way we're going to find out is to remember that it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game at the Sky Dome, home of your undefeated world champion Toronto Blue Jays. There's Loduca, 1 for 3 in the game. Strike one on a curve. Hits that to center field. Will it fall? Yes, it will. Leadoff single. There's Grandy, 1 for 3 with double play. Win is finally against the batters, ever so slightly, going southeast, a factor of 1. Ooh, that was a good pitch there, 1-1. Fastball a little low, 2-1. Grandy pulls that. Dive by the first baseman, Konerko. At at second. No chance at first. So a double play is prevented. 5th trip to the lineup. Here's Aurelia, 2 for 4. They're going to keep an eye on our most dangerous base runner when we're up by 12. Hits that pitch. Caught by Polanco. Grandy makes it back in time. 2 away. Here's Durham looking for a cycle. Needs the triple and the home run. Hits the first pitch. Hit it foul. 0-1. Berkman's up next, so let's take this at bat patiently here. Mistake, just went foul. I wasn't expecting that. Durham's going to muscle that. It will be past the shortstop, Velez. That'll bring up Berkman with 2 men on, 2 out. Here he is. Takes a fastball, strike 1. Ooh, laid off that changeup, 1-1. Laid off that high fastball there. It was in the zone, 1-2. And he muscles that. Looks like it'll be a base hit. Yes, it will. The bases are loaded. It's Berkman's 4th hit of the game. Here's AR-15. Let's take a timeout. He's 1 for 4. Strike 1 off the changeup. 0-1. And he smokes that over to right field. Didn't have enough on it. J.D. Drew's going back. Caught at the wall. Oh, well, we are now 13 for 20 after that 7th inning. Top of the 8th coming up. It's top of the lineup. I think we take Olsen out. Yep, he's tired. He's done his part. Who are we going to put in? Let's go Kinney. We'll go Kinney in the 8th, Gagne in the 9th. Here he comes in. All right, 1 clean inning, Kinney. Strike 1. Curve over to Berkman. That took a weird spin. 1 away. J.D. Drew. Strike 1 on the curve. He went reaching for that one. Pulled it. Gave it a good ride. Can't argue that. Read that slider nearly perfectly, but Rios is there. 2 away. Here's David Wright, 0 for 3. Strike one on the fastball. Played off the curve. Pulls that. Scott, why did you stop running, my man? David Wright finally has a base hit in the game. That's going to be a 2-out double. And they want to show the replay of that. Let's not watch it. Here's Konerko. Strike one on the low fastball. Puts that in play. Rios is over there in right field. Makes the catch. That'll end the inning. So they've got a hit in every inning up to this point. They're 1 for 9, but we're 13 for 20. We have over double their hits, over 10 times the runs. Here's Braun, 2 for 4, 2 home runs. Hits the first pitch he sees. That'll go for a base hit, his third of the game. Leadoff single for Ryan Braun. That'll bring up Lowell, 4 for 4. Zumaya's tired. Hits that to center field. It doesn't have a lot on it. 1 away. All right, Scott. 0 for 4 with 4 grounders. He at least puts the ball in play. He can make something happen here, maybe. Strike one on a changeup. Fastball too high, 1-1. Smokes that to center. Murphy's there to make the catch. 2 away. At least he flew out that time. Here's Loduca. Can he make it happen here? Strike one on the fastball. Oh, man, read that well, but pushed it foul. 0-2 coming up. Just inside. The 1-2 now coming up. Got him looking. Whatever, right? That's going to be it for the 8th inning. We got another hit, nothing of it. We're 13 for 21. 5, 6, 7, part of the Red Sox lineup. All right, Gagne, here we go. He got a 1-2-3 inning in our last game. Let's see what he can do here. 3 outs, 11-run cushion. Strike one off the fastball. That one's pulled. It's pulled foul. Had him reaching for that one. That's going to be a leadoff single. Whatever, right? It's in their best spirits. Here's Snyder, 1 for 3. Strike one. That's going to be a grounder. A tag. Double play. Excellent. Essentially, the hit's canceled out. Murphy, he was the last out in the last game. Swung at the changeup. Strike one. Missed the fastball. Didn't swing. Nothing in 2. Does this decide it? Fouled it back. Pulls it. That's going to go for a base hit. Just barely past Durham. So whatever. Man on. 2 outs. There's Velez. Missed the fastball. Strike one. Missed that fastball. Nothing in 2. Made that a base hit. Here we go. Something is going on. Something is in the air now that there's 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Here's Great Carroll. Come on. Nothing but double plays today from this guy. Strike one on the fastball. Changeup just missed. Fastball, generous call. We'll take it. 1-2. Got him swinging. That'll end the game. We'll take it. No runs across, thankfully. That's the ball game. Your final score: Toronto Blue Jays 13, Boston Red Sox 1. They have yet to score multiple runs in a game against us in this series. We have outscored them 21-2. Gagne at least managed to close out the game without allowing any runs 2 games in a row. Excellent. Excellent outing from Olsen. Did allow a fair amount of hits, but only the 1 run. And our hitting, Berkman and Lowell really shined today. Bottom of the first. Yep. Game was won in the bottom of the first yet again. 2 games in a row. That was the ball Braun absolutely clobbered. Bottom of the 6th. That was his other one. Yep. And top of the 9th, final out. Got him swinging. Scott Olsen, fair to call him the player of the game. He's the winning pitcher. 1 run over 7 innings of work. So the Red Sox finished 1 for 12. We were 13 for 21. That is absolutely putrid. And then we slightly pitched that at-bat differently. Maybe they only go, 0 for 11, 0 for 10 by the end of the game. Regardless, it's game over with. I would personally give the player of the game to Mike Lowell. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats after the game. Olsen 4-0 on the season. Santana 1-3. Berkman had 22 through 24. Braun had 32 and 33. Lowell had 14 and 15. Home runs in multiples today. Look at her stats. 7 RBIs for Lance Berkman today. What a game. Braun, Lowell, and Berkman each individually had the Red Sox beat. Everybody but Scott and LaDuca came across the plate. Scott went 0 for 5, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Yeah, Durham 4 for 5, Berkman 4 for 5, Lowell 4 for 5. 125 home runs on the season now. Olsen, 7 innings of work, did excellent. Kinney, the 1 inning, did well. And Gagne, got a little scary, but we found our way through it. 100 pitches even it took them. That's going to do it for the stats of the game. Let's move along now. We'll check out the points we got, and we'll take a look around the league. We got to be the last game, too. At 10:05 p.m. apparently. So yeah, a lot of double. Look at Texas over there. The the Cowboys. Yeah, because okay, I'm mixing my Texas cities up. The Cowboys beat the Seahawks 21-13. Let's see, 10 runs for the Cardinals, Orioles, Athletics, Pirates, Braves. Us, of course, with 13. That's crazy. Safeco Field isn't even like a crazy hitters area, and 34 runs were scored in that game. Regardless, we got one more game here against the Boston Red Sox before we hit the road against Minnesota. End of the month. We'll be moving along. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. It'll be John Danks taking on the Boston Red Sox.